The movie begins with a young boy named K, the last of the Jadarong Kabar, a long line of warriors whose sole purpose is to protect elephants, a sacred tradition passed down by his ancestors. K lives with his father in a small, remote village far from the noise and chaos of the modern world. The bond K and his father share with the elephants is strong, especially with Poryai, a majestic and sacred elephant they hold dear. Life in the village is simple and peaceful, filled with love for the elephants and the animals that surround them. As K grows older, Poryai gives birth to a baby elephant named Corn. The sight of them playing together fills K's father with joy, though they remain unaware of the danger closing in on them. A group of poachers, planning to steal Corn, has been lurking nearby. Just when it seems the poachers are about to strike, K's mother arrives, fiercely protecting her calf. In the chaos that ensues, one of the poachers accidentally shoots and fatally wounds K's mother. The poachers flee, leaving her behind. The villagers, including K and his father, hold a solemn funeral for the fallen elephant. K is devastated by the loss, and even little Corn sheds tears for his mother. Later, K and his father discuss the upcoming Songkran Water Festival, where they plan to present Poryai to the king, a great honor. Before they leave for the festival, K bids a heartfelt farewell to Poryai. The festival is alive with music, dancing, and visitors from all over, celebrating the elephants. K and his father take Poryai for a health check in preparation for the royal presentation. However, K cannot accompany his father, so he decides to spend time with Corn instead. While they're exploring, Corn asks for a bell to wear around his neck. Back at the examination site, K's father grows uneasy as Poryai is about to be taken away. Suddenly, one of the poachers who had previously killed K's mother appears. Poryai senses him and becomes restless, realizing something is wrong. K's father refuses to let them take Poryai, leading to a confrontation that quickly spirals into chaos. During the struggle, the poacher's leader shoots K's father. Poryai goes into a frenzy, charging at the attackers in an attempt to protect K and his father. The attackers are forced to retreat, but in the midst of the turmoil, K is blissfully unaware, still playing in the water. Seizing the opportunity, the poachers snatch K and throw him onto a sand mining truck. Poryai spots them and charges toward the truck, determined to save K. However, K, still in shock from his father's shooting, watches helplessly as the truck speeds away. Confusion and fear swirl inside K as he has no idea what is happening, but he knows he has to act quickly. In his father's final moments, K hears his dying wish, to find Poryai and protect the elephants that he loves like family. Without hesitation, K embarks on a mission to rescue them, but when he arrives, it's too late. The poachers have already captured Poryai, trapping him in a pit. K searches frantically for any sign of the elephants, but they are nowhere to be found. In desperation, he takes part in an ancient ritual to seek guidance, and the spirits point him toward the poacher's hideout. K wastes no time and storms into the hideout, ready for action. Using his legendary Muay Thai skills, he takes down the poachers one by one. The poacher's leader reveals that the elephants have already been sold to a dangerous gangster in Australia. Meanwhile, in Sydney, Tom, a police officer of Thai descent, is in the middle of a quiet interview about Asian traditions in Australia when his partner Rick calls with urgent news about a robbery in progress. Without hesitation, Tom rushes to the scene. When the police corner the young robber, Tom steps forward, recognizing the thief as another Thai. He easily subdues him, deciding that arresting him isn't necessary. But Rick isn't on board with this and reminds Tom that rules are rules. In another part of town, a Thai woman is warned to pay off her debts in 2 weeks or face severe consequences. Meanwhile, at a secret meeting of a powerful Chinese gangster family, Swan, the woman in charge of the largest mafia branch in Australia, struggles to get the boss's attention, though he couldn't be less interested. K, lost and without a plan, arrives in Australia with nothing but an address written on a piece of paper. He hails a taxi, unaware that he has just boarded a fake cab driven by a criminal wanted by the police for drug dealing. A few miles away, Tom, a no-nonsense police officer, is alerted about the suspicious cab and begins to pursue it. The driver, attempting to evade capture, leads Tom and his team on a chase, but they manage to corner him. Just as it seems they have him, the driver pulls out a gun and threatens to kill Kay. But Kay isn't just anyone, he disarms the driver with lightning reflexes. Unfortunately, a corrupt cop named Vincent arrives and shoots the driver dead. Kay, shaken by the events and now caught up in this dangerous situation, tries to flee, but Tom catches him and throws him into the back of the police car. Upon learning that Kay is from Thailand, Tom begins to piece together that there is more to this story. Sensing Kay's innocence, Tom agrees to help. They stop at a Thai restaurant, where Kay spots Johnny, a notorious Vietnamese gangster whom he has been hunting. Without thinking twice, Kay leaps out of the car and charges straight at Johnny, who is in the middle of a shady drug deal. Johnny isn't pleased and sends his goons after Kay. A brutal fight breaks out, with Kay's Muay Thai moves proving sharp and deadly, but even he can't hold his own forever. Exhausted, Kay collapses, and PLA, a woman at the scene, takes him back to her place to tend to his injuries. The next morning, Kay wakes up at PLA's house, disoriented, dreaming of his past as a guardian warrior for the king's elephants. As he gathers his bearings, he hears police sirens outside. Panic sets in, and he knows he has to leave. Meanwhile, Tom and Rick are escorting a high-ranking secretary general to a private location when a series of events takes a turn for the worse. One of the men collapses from a heart attack, and before anyone can react, a masked robber bursts in. Tom instantly recognizes the robber as the same young thief he let go earlier. Before the robber can speak, Vincent steps in, shooting the thief without hesitation. In a shocking move, Vincent turns and shoots Rick, leaving Tom untouched. Tom barely escapes with his life, heart racing from the ordeal. Meanwhile, PLA, in a panic, secretly records everything, planning to use the footage to expose Vincent for his murders. But when she sees Vincent casually leaving the police station, her resolve begins to crack. On the run, Tom receives a call from a friend claiming to have proof of his innocence, but it's a trap. Vincent and Johnny have set a dangerous game to catch him. Back at PLA's place, she's arrested by police officers. Just when things seem grim, Kay storms in and saves her. Grateful but shaken, PLA reveals everything, including the Thai gangster group at her old workplace, hinting that Kay's missing sibling might be there. Together, they head to the restaurant PLA mentioned. Kay wastes no time and charges into the restaurant, confronting the guards with ferocity. Inside, he discovers a hidden door that leads deeper into the building, but the gangsters are relentless. Kay defeats them one by one, eventually finding Johnny. In a desperate attempt to intimidate Kay, Johnny throws Kay's bell at him. Kay scans the room, spotting people eating rare and protected animals. His stomach drops. Is his sibling in danger too? His anger boils over as he fights through Johnny's remaining henchmen, uncovering a disturbing sight: rare animals being sold by the greedy gangsters. Still, there's no sign of corn. Just as Kay's frustration peaks, he defeats the last of Johnny's men and finds Tom, bound and battered alongside a group of women held captive. With a surge of compassion, Kay frees Tom, but his shock deepens when he discovers that corn is not human, it's an elephant. Together, the trio escapes the hideout, barely surviving. Meanwhile, at a lavish banquet, Swan, the head of the criminal empire, is under pressure from her family, who doubt her leadership. In a brilliant move, she poisons the remaining heirs, securing her position as the sole heir to the gangster throne. After dinner, Swan heads to the bath to unwind. Johnny enters, looking defeated. He tells her he couldn't take down Kay, which enrages her. Without a word, she orders him to leave. Just as Johnny turns to go, Vincent walks in, revealing his secret relationship with Swan. Meanwhile, Kay and Tom are hiding in a Buddhist temple, hoping to escape the police search. But things take a sharp turn when Vincent ambushes them. When Kay and Tom return to the temple, they are shocked to find it in ruins and on fire. Kay faces off with a thug who tries to overpower him. The thug believes he has Kay cornered, but Kay remains unfazed, channeling the power of the dragon warrior, spinning and kicking his way to victory. However, just when he catches his breath, Pong, another thug, steps in using his deadly flying sword technique. At first, Kay struggles to keep up, but he learns a new skill with a gong mallet and defeats Pong in one clean strike. Next, a giant named Chow challenges K. Chow's defenses are rock solid, and no matter how many angles K attacks from, he can't break through. Just as it seems K is done for, the police arrive, forcing Chow to back off. K is left injured but not defeated. Elsewhere, PLA secretly meets with the police chief, revealing that she has proof of Vincent's murders. The next day, K and K storm the opening of Swan's new business, demanding the return of poor Yai. Vincent is there too, and things are about to get ugly. As K chases Vincent, he finds himself trapped and held at gunpoint. But just as it seems all hope is lost, the elevator doors open, and Tom, along with a squad of police officers, arrives just in time to take down Vincent and his goons. Tom confronts Vincent, but before they can celebrate, Johnny appears out of nowhere, gunning down both Tom and Vincent. Tom shouts at Johnny to drop the weapon, but Johnny, blinded by rage, pulls the trigger on Vincent instead. K finally reaches Swan's headquarters and his heart breaks when he sees the tragic fate of poor Yai. Swan has turned him into a statue, leaving only his ivory behind. Consumed by sorrow and anger, K, the guardian of the sacred elephant, unleashes his full power, taking down all the gangsters without even needing a weapon. Just when K thinks he has won, Chow reappears, ready for round 2. K defends himself fiercely, but Swan jumps in, using a whip to restrain him. The odds are stacked against him as Chow and his crew gang up on K. However, just as it seems hopeless, Korn bursts in, giving K the help he needs. With renewed strength fueled by his father's advice, K grabs a weapon made from poor Yai's incredibly hard ivory. Armed with this weapon, K becomes nearly unstoppable, even as Swan's whip and Chow's stone statue attacks come at him. K fights through the pain, sharpening poor Yai's ivory as if it were his last act. With a powerful strike, K defeats Chow and the remaining henchmen. Swan tries to escape in a helicopter, but K is already there, ready to stop her. In the end, Tom's reputation is cleared as he exposes the gangsters' crimes and brings them to justice. The film closes with K finally reunited with Korn, both of them sharing a moment of relief after their epic battle.